There's huge head shakes on this thing. To get right now, that timber is actually dragging me away from it, which is really good. Oh my God. Yes!
Located 3.5 hours drive from Melbourne is Lake Eildon, one of Victoria's largest freshwater systems, with over 500 kilometres of shoreline and a labyrinth of connecting rivers and creeks. Lake Eildon is an awesome outdoor destination with stunning views, active wildlife, houseboats, camping grounds and exceptional fishing. Some years ago the water levels were a major problem at Lake Eildon, but today it's almost completely full. Lake Eildon has always been renowned as an excellent fishery for trout and redfin. However, extensive stocking by key fishing bodies has turned this into a premier destination for trophy-sized Murray cod and yellow belly, also known as golden perch. Join us as we spend a couple of days camping and fishing at Lake Eildon, and let's go back to the very start.
We've hit the road. It's a 3.5 hour drive from Melbourne to Lake Eildon. Got some pretty pleasant conditions ahead of us. We've just passed through King Lake. Got some really nice scenic areas ahead of us now. So we're about an hour and 20 minutes away. And then once we get there, we're going to set up our camp and set up the fishing gear and kickstart what should be an awesome few days at Lake Eildon. And from here there's no more paved road, so it's all off the beaten track. It's really beautiful scenery around here. You've got all of those rolling hills, you've got the lake in the distance. It's a really awesome spot. Let's get to our spot and set up camp. We have finally arrived. Look at that. That's what the dust has been like. And the old kayak has absolutely copped it. So look at that, there is dirt everywhere. And the boys are just setting up right now. So this is going to be camp for the next 3 days. Alright, so this is base camp for the next couple of days. So we're just putting the finishing touches on the setup, and as you can see it's really good. We've got very close water access, and this will be my humble abode for the next few days. Alright, so the kayak is pretty much rigged up now. You can see we've got a spread of 4 rods, which is very unusual, but again there's so much variety here. So you can see I've got a 2 to 5 kilo rod, so that's going to be just trawling some stump jumpers. So we'll trim that leader down in a minute. Then you got the big swim bait outfit. You can see there we've got some big mega bass swim baits. Here we've sort of got our medium outfit, and that's for spinner baits. And then I've got my go-to soft plastic outfit here. So it's just a 2 to 5 kilo rod. And we're just going to be doing some natural looking soft plastics there with the integrated spinner. And what we're going to do now is we're going to wheel the kayak down to the water's edge and get cracking. Alright, so all I'm going to do to start my day is just troll a couple of lures. So on this one I'm just going to troll a mid-diving hard body lure, and you can see there I've just got the attachment that goes onto the H rail there, so it makes it nice and easy. I put it right at the front, that way it's very, very visible. You can see that rod tip just moving up and down and bobbing up and down. So as long as it's doing that, it's got action, you're right. The other thing that you can always do is you can just touch the rod and you'll feel it vibrating. If it's got that nice vibrating action, then you're all good to go. And then this one here, I've just got a spinnerbait. So, and that one there is doing its thing. And again, I can just sort of touch that and you feel that nice vibrating action. I've got my sounder set into traditional mode and in down scan. Down scan will actually show you a lot more detail. If you've got active target, it is an amazing thing to have in a system like this. I don't have that on my Lowrance. It might be an upgrade that we look at shortly. But well, look at that there. We're going over a patch of something right here. Look at that. So that's really good. Really, for me, the key when you're trolling is to get your depth right. So what I want to do is I want to get myself to about 5 meters deep. These lures that I've got at the moment, they're going to dive down to about 3 meters. And I think the absolute key when you're fishing with hard body lures is to get the depth right. All right, let's see if we can kickstart our day with a cracking fish on the troll.
There's huge head shakes on this thing. Wow, this is a big fish. Here we go, guys. We've got a big one on. Oh, I'm not sure what it is, but that has hit a stump jumper. And it absolutely smashed it. And I tell you what, it's got a lot of weight. Big head shakes. Oh. Just taking my time here. This is a good fish. Oh, just trying to bring him up. It's very deep. Got a lot of structure in close, so you just don't want to allow them to get right now. That timber is actually dragging me away from it, which is really good. Oh my God. It's a massive... It's the biggest yellow belly I've ever caught. Oh! Yes! Yes! Woo! So I was just going past these tree edges and I've looked over and that rod has just gone bang, bang and buckled and I could feel the weight on it. I actually thought it was a cod for a minute. The girth on this thing is insane. I can see there's some banks up there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go beach the kayak and give you a good look at it. Have a look at that. That is a Lake Eildon yellow belly or a golden perch. And that is easily the biggest one that I have ever caught. Just the pure weight and the girth of this fish was absolutely ridiculous. So I decided to come to the shallows. I was just trolling a stump jumper in size 3. It was in that bright gold color. And you gotta love these. They're a very unique looking fish, very, very girthy, very thick. And you get that big sort of hump on the top of their head. And just the weight of this thing, it is just so weighty. We are literally half an hour into our fishing session, and that is the target species. That's a prize catch right there. That is a magnificent yellow belly. I think we'll let this one go. It's just too much of a beautiful fish, and I'll stop talking and we'll get him back in the water. Now, perch are usually pretty hardy, so I know he's been out of the water for a minute or so. Get you on your way. Off you go, matey. How cool is that? Look at the size of that fish, Mark. There it goes. Oh, how good is that? That is absolutely awesome. So, as I said, we're about 20 minutes into our fishing session. And that is a PB yellow belly. And we've got plenty of the day ahead of us. We've got some awesome conditions. So let's go see if we can get into something else. All right, and that's what we got it on. So that is a size 3 stump jumper. It's a bit old school, but you know, very, very deliberate in the approach of fishing a certain depth, hugging that tree line. And what do you know? We got an absolutely beautiful fish. And that's definitely my personal best yellow belly. That was just such a big and girthy fish and put up a really good fight. But oh, I'm pumped. Let's see if we can get into some other species or another big yellow belly.
All right, so I've pedaled right across to the other side. So it's taken me a good 35, 40 minutes to get here. Oh, what was that? And there is just surface action everywhere here, so I'm not sure whether it's carp or whether it's trout, but look how perfect and scenic this is. This is just a beautiful spot, and the bird life and the scenery here is just amazing. Alright, hopefully we can tune back in a few minutes with a catch or two. Alright, so we've been trawling non-stop. What do we got? Oh, we got a trout. Nice. Nice. Alright. Awesome. So there is a beautiful brown trout trawling a Tassie Devil as we've gotten right near the island, which is what I said. So that rod just went like that. It's not a big trout. Look at that. For a beautiful, healthy brown trout, that is an absolutely beautiful fish. And obviously at Eildon you get some big trout, so this is just a little guy. But brown trout are one of my favorites, and you usually get those beautiful spots on them and different colors. There's such a beautiful fish, these trout, so we want to get them back in the water straight away and hopefully one day become one of those big Eildon trophy trout. So let's get him on his way.
All right, both rods went off. How's that, eh?
Could you imagine, man?
No, oh no, you got him, got him.
Yeah, I got him now.
I'll come down to your level. Little carp. Sure is.
Could you imagine, man?
There's dinner for Mark.
Carp and salad.
Yummo.
Carp, I think.
The old stinking carp. There's no shortage of them here in Lake Eildon. They're in plague numbers. That's a very small one, but oh well, he's not going back, that's for sure. Now, how good's this? This is the way that you want to camp on the evening. So we've got campfire that's just started, fishing rods that are out, and the boys are setting up a theatre. We're going to watch the footy, hopefully catch a few fish at the same time. It's a good one. Woo. This is pulling heaps harder than the other ones. Oh, it's a yellow belly. Big one. Yellow belly. Yeah. Well, there you go. So we've just come in for the day, and we're just cooking on the side there. We're getting a campfire ready. Going to set up and watch the footy, and that rod just took off. So we just threw out a couple of scrub worms as we're cooking, and it was mayhem. We had to run off, and there is another magnificent yellow belly. Oh, that's pretty awesome, because we went to a lot of lengths today on the kayak to get a really good one. Now this one's a little bit smaller. Actually, it's quite a bit smaller, but that is still a magnificent fish. And we're going to let this one go. That's not bad for a sundown yellow belly at Lake Eildon. And that's number 2 today on a scrub worm on a size 6 hook. And thank you very much. That is a bloody good way to end day 1 here at Lake Eildon.
Not this way.
I was trying not to get my feet wet, but oh no.
Here he goes.
Off he goes. Look at
There you
him.
go.
He's coming back to the bank. See you later. There we go. There's some
Prime yellow belly bait. We're going to cast some of these out whilst we're cooking. See if we can get on a few fish. What do you got, mate? There you go. Nice little yellow belly. Good work, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Away he goes, look at that. Woo, he took off. Another one. Oh, that's a good fish as well, man. It's another yellow belly. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. There we go. Another little yellow belly. Off the banks. A bit of scrub worms. Oh, that's a big yellow belly. Yeah, it's a... There you go, look at that. There's another nighttime yellow. So, on the yabbies, just drop this guy gently in the shallows here. He's going to take off. Away he goes. See you later, matey. And he's going to go straight into that timber. And I'll tell you what, this is turning into a pretty productive session. Oh, there we go. So we're having a cool little night session now. So obviously started our day absolutely awesome, catching that really big yellow belly. Got stuck into plenty of redfin, and we thought we'd come into base camp, have a barbecue, put some music on, have a couple of beers, and the yellow belly fishing land base over the last hour has just been exceptional. So we've probably caught about 6 of these fish now. Absolutely beautiful fish. These are one of our favourite native fish species, so we're going to get the hook out of his mouth and get that awesome fish on his way. Now, I know it's just a carp, but it's a mirror carp. And obviously you can tell the mirror because it's got those distinctive patterns on it. Now, some overseas countries, that would be a very cool catch. Look at that. There you go. Nice little ready land-based, eh? There's plenty of small ones around here, and in between all the carp catches and a few yellow belly. It's not encouraged to put these guys back, so he might find his way on the cooker. There you go. Alright, well this is our last day here at Lake Eildon, so a 2-night camping stay. Obviously day 1 we didn't fish, we just got here, set up camp, had some dinner, got all the gear ready, and then was out yesterday. And that was a really good day. So in the first 15 minutes landed that really big yellow belly, and that kind of set the tone. The fishing was a little bit slow after that, so we picked up a few reddies here and there, came in for lunch, headed back out again, and again that bite was pretty slow again, just landing, you know, a few little reddies, a couple of little trout. We come back in, we had dinner, and the night fishing was awesome. We caught a heap of yellow belly and a heap of carp, so that was probably a little bit unexpected, just throwing some scrub worms and some corn. Got a good night's sleep last night. But this is an awesome way just to escape and really enjoy the outdoors and just have a few days just to really switch off. I think it's just really healthy for the soul, to be honest. It's been awesome to be out here. We're going to hit the water. We've got some really calm conditions today. It's a little bit overcast, a little bit foggy. We've caught quite a few of the species so far, so obviously we've got some really good yellow belly. We've got a heap of redfin. Biggest one's only sort of mid-30s, a couple of small trout, a heap of carp. So we might throw some big stuff today and see if we can tempt a cod, because it's the only thing that's eluded us so far. It's almost an eerie setting. Hopefully there's a Murray cod that is hanging about somewhere. You can see lots of surface action. Look at that as we sort of pan around, eh? That sun's just coming up. There we go, we got a fish. What do we got? There we got a little reddy. So look at that there, redfin. Just casting one of these at the moment, so it's just got that spinner blade on there. Little reddies like that, and there's no shortage of them around here. Oh, we got another little reddy on the troll. There we go. A tiny little reddy has taken that size 3 stump jumper. So we're just standing up now
And what we're doing is we're just working the base of these trees here. And you often get a lot of yellow belly and redfin that will just sit in amongst the timber here. And then you're almost vertically jigging it right up against the structure. It's a technique that works really, really well, especially if you can find a school of fish. We'll do this for a little bit, and then I think what we'll do is we'll work the shallow edges. When we're throwing everything else, why not? Imagine pulling a big cod out of here. The carp just swimming in the water. There's hundreds of them right next to me. That's amazing. We're going to drop it on his head. They're not going to take what I've got on. Come on, have a look at it.
And you know what? We have caught some really good fish. I mean, that was a personal best yellow belly for me. And that kicked off this trip in a really good way. Between me and the boys, we picked up a few trout, we picked up a few redfin, and even the land-based fishing. The land-based fishing was unexpectedly really good, picking up those yellow belly and even tangling with a few carp. And regardless of some slow fishing, it's just awesome to get out here, enjoy this breathtaking scenery, some really good company, some okay fishing in the end too. There were some good fish caught. And you know what? No doubt we'll be back, or we'll be off onto our next adventure sometime soon. I hope you guys can tune in for that. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I look forward to seeing you on the screen sometime soon. Take care, everyone, from Lake Eildon. Just putting the final touches on the packing up operation, which seemed to take forever. And as you can see, guys, always leave it as you found it. Make sure you pick up all your rubbish. Make sure we leave these campsites pristine. That way people can enjoy them for years to come. And then it's a win-win for everyone. All right, let's get out of here.